Hey everybody, this is Chris Michelle, and this is my fourth tutorial with Blender. I'm going to be showing how to use physics smoke tab to bake smoke effects. To start off with, we'll take our cube here, scale it a bit with S key, and then press the Z key to bring up the bounding box because we're going to see inside of it. We're going to add the plane and make sure it's inside the cube like so. Alright, and of that, we'll hit the smoke in the physics tab, and for the plane, we're going to make sure it has flow, like so. Then we'll go into the particles and make sure to make our own smoke settings. We'll add more emission for more smoke right there. And next, we're gonna have a none for the render here, so it doesn't render any particles in the final product right here. So next, for the cube, okay, we're gonna go back into the physics tab, go to smoke, and then we're gonna have this as the domain. Not much else to check right there. One last thing, I just have to make sure. Okay, make sure whatever particle under particle system you have it down as the particles you made the changes to. So we're gonna go back into the cube. We're gonna go into materials and go to volume. We're gonna take the volume and turn it to 0. Change the density scale to 3. The scattering and the shading to 3. And right there. And next we're going to go into the textures for the cube, and we're going to select voxel data. And with the voxel data, we want to choose whatever the smoke domain is, whatever you pick. Mine is cube, so we're going to pick cube. And last thing to do, under the influence tab, you have to make sure the emission color is there and the density. Okay. And that should be it. I'll go more into what you can do under the domains in just a sec, but now let's just make sure it works. So hit play, and we got our smoke. Let me move the sun over a bit, because we're gonna hit F12. Oop. And make sure that it's too covered in shadow by placing the sun. Alright. Just want to make sure we got a good angle. Yeah, right there. And now let's render. See, we got our little smoke cloud right there. Okay. Let's bring it back out and bring this back to the frame. Because So next we're going to go back into the domain object cube, and now we have to make sure we save it because next we're going to work with the smoke cache, and the cache is disabled until we actually save. So let me just name this smoke real quick. Okay, and this brings the cache back open because what we want to do is we can make the smoke high resolution for, to make the smoke more realistic. Okay, um, and we can make it look even better, the resolution of the cloud more realistic by bringing up the resolution and divisions. Now, any more than 5, and you run a good risk of crashing your computer just from sheer amounts of processing power, I suppose. So, two. I'm just going to leave it as 1, so it doesn't take too long to render. And now here in the smoke cache, we can have soft, light, fluffy clouds by keeping it light right here. But let's make it heavy so we can like have it more detailed. After you've made any and all changes you want to how the smoke is rendered, how it comes out, we're going to want to bake it. So, and you'll see like my mouse moving right here. It has the counter for how long it takes. It goes up to 100, so now it's running pretty smooth. So let that run. Like test before, I had like changed it the divisions to 2, and that obviously made it a lot more slower than I thought it was going to be. So now we can hit play again, and that's the heavy change. So, okay, let's see that comes out rendering. And, you can mess with it as much as you like to get more realistic smoke, however you want it. Play again. But just be aware that the more changes you make, the longer it takes to both bake and render and play like this. So make sure your computer can handle it. So pretty sure we went over everything. Make sure the domain object has the smoke domain in it. Influence, the density has to be on, or the smoke won't render. And I'm pretty sure that's pretty much all the basics you need to know. So you can mess around with it as much as you please. And this is Christopher Michelle over and out on this smoke tutorial. Catch you later.